Good morning, everyone. It's Christophe Choo from Coldwell Banker in beautiful Beverly Hills, California. It's another gorgeous day. It's about 68 degrees, clear blue skies. We had some rain last week, and the weather is just perfect. It's kind of nice. That's our version of winter. 68 degrees, clear skies, and sunshine. And, of course, the palm trees. So I thought I would take you on another one of my Tuesday touring tours. And let me kind of start and change the camera and so you can see what I'm looking at. So I'm going to give you a tour today of the Trousdale Estates area of Beverly Hills. I am currently in the flats, just south of Sunset, here in the city of Beverly Hills, on Foothill and Sunset Boulevard. And you can see our signature palm trees. And I'm going to be going into the Trousdale Estates area, which is also part of the city of Beverly Hills. That's kind of a very interesting neighborhood and definitely one of the hottest neighborhoods in the city of Beverly Hills. And by the way, as you come over here to the left, you probably won't be able to see anything. Yeah, you can't see anything, but behind that wall, that was the former home of Frank Sinatra, and the home next door, I forgot who owned that. Both properties were purchased about 9, 10 years ago. They tore them both down, and now there's a 2.2 acre estate. Gorgeous, gorgeous property, and it's listed for 125 million. And I'm trying to remember what Frank Sinatra sold for. Gosh, it was so long ago. Probably around 8 to 10 million, from what I remember. So I'm here on Doheny Road, which Doheny Road is one of the most popular and prime streets here in Beverly Hills City. Again, just north of Sunset Boulevard. It's a nice palm tree lined street, as you can see, our beautiful palm trees. Houses on this street typically are ranging from about, there was actually one for 9 million last year, a tear down, up to, gosh, what's the most high sale recently? I think 35 million, in that range. Lots of large properties. There are a few 1 acre plus properties on this particular street. And Christina Aguilera's lived on this street. Sharon and Ozzy Osbourne have lived here. Let's see who else has lived here. Oh boy, can't think of offhand who else. But it's Beverly Hills after all, so a lot of famous, wealthy business people and entertainment people do like to live here. We do have some pine trees here, which is interesting. North of Sunset, we do have some streets that have beautiful pine trees and then palm trees. This is obviously the main palm trees, but you can see the pine trees on some of the homes. And as we're coming up here on the left is the historic Greystone Manor. I don't know if you look at here. It was the first major residence in the city of Beverly Hills. It was built for one of the original mayors, and it's now a public park. And you can go there for concerts. You can rent it for weddings. The car show is there. Garden shows. It's a really great, fun place to go. So I'm right now here at Loma Vista and Doheny Road, and we're going to go up here into Truesdale. So this is the entrance into Truesdale Estates. And Trousdale Estates was primarily developed initially in the 1950s and 60s and 70s. It was originally part of LA, and I forget the story offhand, but it was annexed into the city of Beverly Hills. And there's basically Loma Vista that we're on, and another street over. That's the two main streets coming into Beverly Hills. What are the prices here today? So right now in the Trousdale area, there's about 30 homes for sale. They start at just under 6.5 million, up to the highest one is around 36 million. Average price per square foot is a little bit over 2,000, and the average price selling is around 1,600, 1,800 per square foot. Average lot's about 22,000 feet, so just under half an acre. And you'll see there's a lot of the mid-century homes. One of the restrictions here in Truesdale is you can only build a one-story home. You cannot block your neighbor's view. You cannot have your trees block your neighbor's view, and again, one story. So these originally, and I posted photos of what this land looked like in the 1950s. It was just nothing but dirt. And the owner The Trousdale family, Jean Trousdale and her husband, sold off the lots individually, and owners started buying and building these custom homes. And then back, I would say, probably in the mid 90s to early mid 2000s, this was kind of a slow area. People didn't want mid-century. People weren't buying in here. Then all of a sudden, kind of the early 2000s, mid-century became popular, and now Truesdale has become one of the most popular areas. The highest sale price in the history of Truesdale was about a year or so ago, the former Danny Thomas estate that was on a little bit over an acre on Hillcrest, which is the street just to the right, and that house sold for 65 million. It's going to be torn down. The heir to the Hostess Twinkie Donut Company, who also bought actually one of the heirs, bought that property and is going to develop it into a home. And it's a promontory at the end of Hillcrest, meaning the very, very top of Hillcrest promontory. So it has basically almost 360-degree views of downtown LA to the ocean, which is why it sold for such a premium price. And in recent times, I think the recent sale in the last 12 months or so, I think the highest sale was 24 million. So it's a little bit lower than previously. But again, the Danny Thomas estate was the premier property in all of Truesdale, or at least premier lot. A lot of pine trees here on Loma Vista. No palm trees, just pine trees, just like Coldwater Canyon. So it's nice to have a little change to the trees. Now, in the flats, you have some streets that have maple trees, pine trees, palm trees, but up in the hills, it's generally pine trees. And again, this is the City of Beverly Hills, not Beverly Hills Post Office, so it's city. So your police, fire, and all your services are City of Beverly Hills. And the lowest price in the last 6 months was 4,450,000. And for that price, you basically get like a 2,800 square foot house with no view. The views can really add a lot to the value, and there's views of downtown, there's views of the west side, there's views of the canyon, and there's 180-degree views of downtown to the ocean. So, and those are always the most prime properties. So this is the top of Truesdale. It's not a very large area, and again, we came up Loma Vista. We're going to end up here on uh, Hillcrest, which connects to Loma Vista, which is the other street. Actually, we can go back down. Actually, no, we'll do another time. And that's my little mini tour of Trousdale Estates today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you yourself are looking to buy or sell a home here in the Los Angeles area, please do call me. I'm a local LA native and resident, and I know all the areas in and out, inside and out. I've been selling for 30 years, and it'd be really my pleasure to help you. And because I was born and raised in LA, I've been driving around this town for almost 30 years, I really know all the neighborhoods like the back of my hand. And I know once I meet the buyer or the sellers, I help them as well. But once I meet a buyer and I get to really understand what they're looking for, I can very easily help guide you to find the right neighborhood and type of property. Anyways, thanks for watching. You can reach me at 310-777-6342 or Google me, Christophe Choo. You'll find me all over the internet or YouTube, and I'll be happy to help you when you're ready to buy or sell in Los Angeles or Beverly Hills. Take care and have a great holiday.